already started. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They just get the play off. Now Fitzpatrick. Open man for him. He's got him. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And he's got the hook up for the first time with Herman Moore. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Fitzpatrick. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Ball up up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside give to Dickerson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Fitzpatrick. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Donald Parham, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Down. And cycle.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On first down, going back to Patterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do finally get him at the 12. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Touchdown Raiders! Cordero Patterson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he's got room. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 9. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 54 yards on the ground. They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Dickerson on the handoff. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Patterson. There he goes left side. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen to Dickerson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 69 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And some space here. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 16-yard line. A big pickup of 38. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is his absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 7th play in this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dave Casper from 21 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make it a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead is already changed. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to look a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On play action, they'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Lutz is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Second down and 3. Now Fitzpatrick. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Jaron Reed. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing Fitzpatrick. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fitzpatrick on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now Fitzpatrick. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And from the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Running it with Dickerson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Dave Casper, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's the option. On the ground with a tight end. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past,
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, and overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make the play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. What a huge takeaway for this defense, the interception on the opening drive of overtime.
What an absolute disaster of a time for his first interception of the game, because throughout the game, he's made sure to keep the ball away from the other team. He's done a nice job of that. Here, the interception pops up, and now, on the other side of the field, all they're thinking, get 3, and we go home.
What can Fitzpatrick do in the OT? And this is caught. Herman Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to look deep for Moore. And got his man, complete. Fights through it, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So it's a win here for the Giants, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise, and he really willed his guys to the victory.